Putain, Monsieur Trump, we please need the statue back in Paris. Sincerely, the French.
Dear Mr. Gluck, we will hand you back your statue in exchange for Anton Dupont.
Monsieur Trump,
Fair trade.
you can keep the statue. How's it, everyone? Welcome back to episode 4 of Game Time in the beautiful Redefined Studios. We got some rugby chat, got a bit of Kak Praat,
Hey.
and just where the fans and players meet. We love you guys. Joshy, first of all, let's get into that EPCR Investor Cup final.
Let's do it.
UBB, ale, 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 ale. UBB, ale, 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 ale.
I was going to start dropping bars, but I can't think of anything this early in the morning. No. Congrats, dude. Jeez, what a game. What are your insights, your takeaways? Obviously, close to home for you. Very happy about that outcome. 100%. How are you feeling about that game?
No, I had a long conversation with my missus as well, because when I was watching the game, I was just like, yes, I'm just wishing for a good game of rugby. Like, I was just, every time Northampton did something good, I was like cheering. Every time Bordeaux did something good. And she's like, why the hell do you do that all the time? Aren't you like a big UBB supporter and you love these guys? And I was like, no, like I just want a good game of rugby. But towards the end, I was like so happy when UBB pulled it through. I think Bordeaux, well-deserved. Yeah. I think they've put up a great season. Their players have been shining the whole season. So, I think it was a great game of rugby. I think there was a lot of incidents in the game that was overlooked by the referee. But all in all, I think a well-deserved final.
Yeah. It must be cool for you to get to watch the sport from the angle of just appreciating what the sport is.
Yeah, I think there's still a lot of guys who are still busy playing, like Jeff Barrow was there, Big Bentumafuna, still there. So there's still a lot of the guys there that I've played with when I was at Bordeaux, but the team has changed a lot, and I think they've also grown a lot since I've been there. So remember when I was there, it was 2015, 2016 season. I think the team has grown so much. I mean, they built brand new facilities. They almost became super professional as a top 14 side, which is great. So you can actually start seeing this team evolving, and even like their performances in the top 14 have been great because they top of the log. They're pushing for a win in the top 14. They went all the way in the Europe. So for me, it's I'm happy to see it. Yeah. But also, like as you said, watching the game, I was more wearing like a super sport analytical hat where I was like, I was just hoping for a good game of rugby. Yeah. And then, as said earlier, like I'm happy Bordeaux won. I think it's great for the city. I still have a lot of friends that live that side, and I think those Oaks are probably still celebrating.
100%. I saw footage online this morning in my one eye open, hungover state. I saw a ton of footage of just people in the streets, flags and cheering, and incredible. And I want to say that you did call this.
I did call this.
You did, which means you called it in episode 1 or 2.
When we started speaking about the EPCR, or the Investor Cup.
I think they were going into the quarters, I want to say, and you were saying you hope Bordeaux take it.
Yeah.
Had we placed a bet then, we would have made some proper money.
Yeah. 100%.
So we need to start doing that. We need to start taking advantage of the situation, well done, guys. Incredible game.
Oh, but talking about the French, how's the French asking for Lady Liberty back?
They want her back. Check here. So the exact details thereof. This is going to be good. A French politician, Raphael Glucksmann.
Yeah.
It's weird when you got Gluck in your surname. Has suggested that the US should return the Statue of Liberty to France, arguing that the US is no longer upholding the values that the statue represents. Gluck, a member of the European Parliament, made the comments in March 2025 suggesting the US is no longer worthy of the iconic gift. This sparked a debate with many rejecting the claim. So to give people background into that, the Statue of Liberty was a gift from France to the United States in 1886, commemorating the centennial of American independence and the friendship between the two nations.
How do you think that conversation went? Or that email chain? Bonjour. US, Mr. Trump.
I'm with you. Okay. I'll be Trompie. Okay.
You, Mr. Trump. I'll be the French.
It's a beautiful statue. Okay. Are we doing accents? No accents.
Oh, we can do accents.
Okay.
Bonjour. The email chain.
Oh, we're on email. Oh, sorry. Reading my emails. Okay, I'm ready. I'm with you.
Bonjour. Monsieur Trump. Please bring back Miss Liberty. We miss her so much. Merci.
How's this fucking guy? Dear Mr. Gluck Gluck, we thank you for your statue. She is now ours. Sincerely, it's a beautiful statue. Trump.
Putain. Monsieur Trump. We please need the statue back in Paris. Sincerely, the French.
Dear Mr. Gluck Gluck, we will hand you back your statue in exchange for Antoine Dupont.
No, merci.
We will take him, dead or alive, and use him to better rugby within the United States of America. Send.
Monsieur Trump,
Fair trade.
you can keep the statue. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Yeah. Oh, oui. Oh, oui, papou. If we had to give a gift to another country, what country would you choose and what would the statue be of?
So I would probably like a prized springbok head. Like, you know, when you go hunting and you, what do you call it when you...
You skit.
your
Shoot.
trophy shooting, yeah.
Yeah?
And I'll probably give that...
Good idea.
And I'll probably give that to Ukraine.
That's a good call. That's a good call. We do need to mend relationships there.
We do.
You know? Are we on Ukraine's side as South Africa? Not. We on like the... Oh, so we like Russia and China, that side. That's weird because then Uncle Squirrel's meeting with Trompie. And then we're like, thank you so much for everything. Thank you. We small, you big, you great. We not. Thank you. Thank you. That was the entire meeting.
We'll land on the sun first at night.
There we go. At night. Light work for us, dude. Light work. Send them in. Send them in. I'm just stoked with Uncle Squirrel, the World Cup being mentioned. We've won a World Cup, and Uncle Squirrel's just like,
Peace. 4 of them.
oh,
4, baby.
damn straight, Uncle Squirrel. Say for him. Say for him. And Trompie came in with receipts, dude. Did you see all the paperwork he had?
No.
It was just this piece of paper, picture printed out, headline.
Apparently, our president took some reinforcements with him. Some of Trump's golf buddies.
Yeah,
Ernie
he took
Els.
Ernie Els.
Retief Goosen. So maybe they settled the entire thing off the record on the golf course.
Maybe.
If Trump won, then the tariffs and all the legislation would have gone 10 times worse. And then Ernie was just like, really, just look at my swing.
Yeah.
Just look at my swing. I'll give you a couple of tips, Mr. Trump. Just hit the ball. Just hit it. Just get it into his hole.
Yeah. He
too
like
good
helped
for
him
him.
get on par. And Trump was like, screw it.
Screw it.
Yeah.
Are we friends?
It's okay.
Friends.
We'll send you free stuff again. Send us a statue.
Yeah. Do you reckon sport has like that, and we know in South Africa it has that power to completely change people's hope and beliefs and things. Do you reckon a lot of wars would have been settled just with a great game of rugby or great game of golf?
Yes, to answer your question. I think if you could have a sport or a event that was the most in the middle of one country versus another, right?
Yeah.
So like us
You just
against
settle everything with that one game.
yeah, kind of like if you had like
Kind of like
the
500
Olympics.
Kind of like 500 on 500 UFC fight. 500 people from one side.
That's fair, dude. We could do that. We could do
no
that.
weapons, just like,
Or they could go one at a time.
yeah.
Because broadcasters would love that because 500 people fighting 500 people is going to be like a 9-day event. Yeah. Great for advertising.
Yeah.
Great for us to talk about for the next 6 months of the year. But
You're like, did you see fight number 3 and fight number 4? And fatty number 1 versus teeny number 2.
yeah, there we go, dude. We should
Because
do that.
if you win, you stay in the ring. It's like King of the Ring.
Oh, so there'd have to be one man left, and it could be like, say now it's us versus America, let's just say, right? It would be 500 Americans versus 500 South Africans. I think we'd win that.
So you go into the ring together, like all one each, and then you fight, not to the death, like till someone gets knocked out, and then that guy leaves. The other guy stays behind. So he comes, he faces the second one, third one, fourth one. By the 10th one, he's probably tired and he gets knocked out. Then the second South African guy comes in.
And then it just, like, ratio-wise, how many are left at the end?
Yeah,
like,
so
if our 279th man wins,
he knocks the
the 500th
guy out. Then we win the fight.
It's fair. It's fair. I'm very happy with that, and I would take that on. It would literally be like a giant Olympic Games.
Yeah.
I think they should do the same with presidents. I think...
King of the ring.
Yes, dude. Instead of it being like, granted, all of us vote, right? You run for president.
So you vote for 10 guys.
You vote for 10 guys.
Top 10.
Yes.
And then the least voted for starts in the beginning. So he's first king of the ring.
Yes.
So he's in first, and then the ninth guy comes in, 8th guy, 7, 6,
Yes.
5. And then whoever wins, last man
You the
standing,
president.
You're the president. You're the leader of the...
Yeah. Because I want to know, like, what would you do for our country? How much do you really love your country, right?
Yeah.
Because it's easy to say it. It's easy to be like, oh, I love South Africa. I should be the president. I'm going to give you guys so much free money, free whatever else, like lekker, aces. I'm the king of the land for the next 4 years, right? And then nothing gets done. So the president should have to sacrifice something. Like he should give us a finger or something. And we go, okay, now you can be the president.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to see like
So what's your
a
question?
pinky.
Gone.
Yeah?
So if you get a second term, you lose another pinky.
Yes.
So you got 8
But that's
fingers.
the sacrifice you make. So you leave with 8 fingers.
If it's like a dictatorship and you're there forever, like 30 years,
Yeah.
you're going to lose like all your fingers. So you're going to be like 2 stompies and you have to write like or sign a legislation.
Yes. But that's the sacrifice you make for your country. You see what I'm saying? If you want to be there for that long and you want us to listen to you for that long,
What are you sacrificing?
fingers. Imagine how much you would
President
upstage every other president in the world. Because every other president would go like, oh, yes, I'm not going to do that. And we go, yeah, you know why you wouldn't do that? Because you don't love your country.
Yeah.
That's why. That's why people want their statues back.
You take a bullet
For?
to be president. Anywhere on your
Do
body.
I die?
No, then you can't rule. Like you just get shot in the knee. Bah.
Oh, in the... wait, I like my knees. Okay. I get shot in the knee and then I'm president.
No, you stand there and they go like, will you take a bullet for your country or to be president?
Dude, that's a great test.
And then you go, yes, and they can shoot you anywhere. They're not a kill shot, like not in the heart or in the head or in the lung or something.
Leg or arm.
Leg or arm or shoulder or ankle or pinky toe. And you stand there and the guy points like this at you and he goes, will you take a bullet for your country? As soon as you say yes, he pulls the trigger.
Dude, this is a movie.
You don't know where you're going to get shot. So you can't like, remember if you move, you might get killed. So he's like a perfect shot, like he knows exactly.
Yeah. Do I get to choose who pulls the trigger?
No, it's a guy like he's balaclavaed up so you can't find him afterwards.
Okay. Now I was just going to pick someone dope just to make the story
John
even better.
Wick.
Yeah.
John Wick standing there.
Or like Sia Khaleesi. He'd be like, do you love your country? I go, I love it as much as you do. And he just bang in my shoulder. Do you think if you're really fat and you get shot, it causes less damage?
I don't know.
My mates and I used to say
think
this
it's
in
more-
high school. My mate's dream, I'm not making this up, Mitch, he just went back to New York. He was here for a week. His dream was to get shot, like in the shoulder or something, and then have that story for the rest of his life, that he's been shot. It would become his whole personality, right, at that point.
Survived the gunshot.
100%. And you could just swing whatever story you want because you have a bullet hole. So you could literally be the hero in whatever circumstance, right? But he always used to say he's going to get really duck and then get shot because it does less damage.
But don't you think if there's more tissue, it causes more damage?
I think so.
Like if that bullet goes in, it just like rips more flesh off.
Yeah, but it's ripping all the...
Fatty flesh.
Yeah. Which at the end of the day, you're still going to try shred off.
I mean, you're going to smell like a pork belly afterwards.
Yeah.
That-
Roast you.
the
Roast
heat
right
of the
through.
bullet is gonna
A
like-
leg of lamb, dude.
Like it smells like fried bacon.
Yeah, a nice little bit of crackling there.
double crunch burgers.
If we had to try like make peace with a country on this, as Ukraine, and they were like, you can send us one meal that you think will make us happy enough that we will forget about all the conflict, what would the meal be?
I'll send Eddie Scarp chops.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Eddie Scarp.
Yeah.
Send. And we just send Eddie with.
Yeah.
Yeah, with one or two little scarpies.
Yeah.
And then he
Both
can
breeding.
go, this is for you guys. And then they can make the scarpies breed. And then they can start their own Eddie scarpies in the Ukraine. America's giving back the statue.
No, in exchange for DuPont.
100% in exchange for DuPont. Fair trade.
Yeah.
Fair trade.
Guys
Guys were arguing last night at the table, and I wanted to bring up Ardie playing for Moana Pacifica, right?
Yeah.
That is correct way to say the name. One, people are raving about his performance, but also he got called out a lot when he first joined Moana, that everyone is saying this is a bad idea because it's pretty much an experiment that they're trying to do, right? Because they're trying to bring all the Samoan and Fiji players back into their countries to then uplift the level of rugby there and not just keep, kicking everyone into New Zealand and bettering the state of New Zealand, right? And I think Ardie wants to be at the forefront of that. He wants to be the tip of the spear
Yes.
that changes rugby in that way, right?
Pacific Islands, yeah.
Yeah. What's your take on that whole situation?
I saw, it was a bit of a weird one when I first saw it happening, but I mean, the way Ardie's been playing the last Super Rugby, and I mean, well-deserved Super Rugby Player of the Year, and my thinking was, he wouldn't have just done it. Like, he wouldn't have just gone, fuck the Hurricanes, I'm not going to play for them anymore, I just want to go, I'm not happy with New Zealand rugby, I'm not happy with the way they're treating the players, players can't go overseas. I first thought it was like a rebellious move, and then when I saw what he actually does, and I saw like a thing on Instagram where he spoke about everyone saying like it's a bad idea, your rugby's going to drop off, and he's actually, like, in my opinion, improved his rugby.
Yeah.
Because he took that challenge on, and he's like, fuck this, like I'm gonna make sure that I'm still the best 8-man in the world. I'm still gonna be top of my game. I'm gonna do what I want on the field. I'm gonna make a difference. So I think it was a bold move, and I think it paid off very well for him, because I think he uplifted that team of his. He captained them well. He's a great leader. I think he's inspirational for everyone in Samoa and probably across New Zealand as well. So I think it was a bold move, but I think he played it well. Like, I think he did exceptionally well with what he was dealt.
Yeah. It's also really cool to make that much of a difference into the game, right? Like, it's a step that changes in terms of law within at least that side of Southern Hemisphere rugby. It's a huge shift.
Yeah.
Because now players have the freedom to kind of go to where they genuinely actually want to be, right?
Exactly.
And hopefully that pays in the way that they need it to pay, so that they can obviously have these much longer careers. I like that take as well. I've got a lot of respect for him, and the way he speaks about it as well. He went on, I think it was The Morning Shift, incredible podcast out of Australia and New Zealand. He went on there and he called it straight, looked it head on, and was just like, this is the decision I made. I'm proud of my decision. I love playing for this team. Everyone that said this was a bad call, watch how I play. And he played phenomenally. Yeah. Also, shout out to Dave. Dave played really well. I know that wasn't this last weekend, it was the weekend before, but Dave played like a champion. And a lot of people, family-wise and friends-wise, kept coming to me like, dude, that Dave guy, that like Dave. It was so sick to hear people talking about him.
I'm just happy to see him on the field again. Like, he's such a good human as well. But it's quite interesting to see. I mean, if we talk a bit of URC and leading up to the finals, and I don't really want to go into all the other games, but I want to talk about the Stormers game in particular, and probably a bit of a grudge match from last year. I mean, exactly the same quarterfinals. So I think Glasgow, in my opinion, could be one of the best teams in the URC, but I mean, they've been on a bit of a downward spiral, lost their last 4 games. I think the Stormers are on a bit of an up, so hopefully the boys, I mean, they travelled on Friday already, so they're going to have a bit longer time to to acclimatize with the weather and the travels and get the jet lag out of their legs. And so it's going to be interesting to see how they get fired up for this weekend, because it's going to be, for the Stormers to hopefully go Glasgow, come back, play the Bulls, and then, anything can happen at Loftus, but from Glasgow, getting a good win there, I think would give us the best chance to get to the final.
Okay.
And it's possibly just this weekend we have to navigate as good as possible.
And we're doing it without Willemse because of that red card now, which I was slightly confused by. I understand why the card was granted, but massive consequence of what a 3-game ban now, which is basically the rest of the URC. Quarter, semi, and final, right?
Yeah, and the thing is, if the Storm, I'm not 100% sure about the rules, but if the Stormers doesn't go up until the final, you might start missing international games as well.
Really?
Yeah, because if the Stormers got 3 games left till the final, like quarterfinals, semi-finals, and then there's the Barbarians game, which doesn't count as a rugby game, it's just international friendly, and then it's the first incoming game against Italy. So if the Stormers lose now, then he's going to miss 2 of the international games as well.
Dude.
And that's based on a bad moment in a game, probably not thinking clearly, just a bit off, and then gets banned for 3 weeks.
I didn't know that it could shift, that you could have a card get given in the URC and have it shift into a completely different, quote unquote, not the right word, division of rugby into international. And the consequence carries through to there.
Yeah.
You're going to be wearing a different jersey, different team.
You get banned.
Crazy,
You get banned from rugby for 3 weeks.
And if we had to start putting out predictions, because like I say, we should have put money on the Bordeaux thing, episode 1 or 2. So let's try give the people listening, let's try give the fans some predictions here into the URC.
Okay.
We don't have to go too in depth.
Okay, bring up the games. And
Let's bring up the games here.
We talk about it.
It's 11-11. Glasgow versus Stormers.
Yes.
Bulls versus Edinburgh.
Yes.
Leinster and the Scarlets. And Sharks and Munster.
We're going to place bets on these ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Glasgow Stormers, who you got?
I got just my heart. My heart says Stormers by 2.
Okay.
But my head says Glasgow. Unfortunately. My heart says Stormers. I think the Stormers can do it. They just have to get rid of that tour voodoo they have. But I think the Stormers by 2.
Okay. I was going to say Stormers by 1. For whatever that's worth. Also, whenever we do predictions and the Stormers are playing, I don't think I'm ever going to be like, I don't think they're going to get it. Just because I feel like if I speak it, especially at 11-11, if I speak it, it'll happen. So Stormers by 1.
Do you remember that game the Stormers played against the Bulls at Loftus where it was that rain and flood? So everyone came to me and it's like, what's your prediction? And I said, no, my heart says Stormers by 5. But my head, because it's Loftus, away game, altitude, rain, the Bulls probably going to take it. And then my heart always wins my head. So
See?
Exactly.
Okay. I like that take. Always listen, follow your heart. Okay.
Follow your heart.
We're both on that with Stormers.
Yeah.
Bulls, Edinburgh.
No, Bulls by 20.
Wow. Big one. I'm on Bulls there with you as well.
Yeah.
Leinster, Scarlets.
Leinster by 45.
By 45. Let's go opposite here. You say Leinster by 45, I'll say Scarlets. You never know.
You never know. It's like similar to the prediction we made with Saints, Leinster.
Yes.
Because I said Leinster by 20, and Saints went.
They took it?
And they took it.
Okay, let's do it. That'll be my Hail Mary bet.
Okay, that's like your 20-1 odds.
Yes.
Okay.
Sharks versus Munster.
Because Sharks are playing in Durban. I think Sharks will win, so I think it'll be close. It'll be like 3 points.
I'll say Munster.
Yeah, that's not a bad call though.
Isn't it? So you think we'll get to see a semi South Africa versus South Africa rather than a final of a South African team versus South African team?
It would just be great if we have got 3 South African teams in the semis and 1 Irish team.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah.
That'd be really dope.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. For the sake, I'd love that.
That's the only thing I'm looking forward to.
All of
3
them
South
making
African
it through.
teams and 1 pale Irish man.
Leinster. That is Irish, eh? Yeah, there we go. Let's take it.
We've got 3 beautiful, bronze, good-looking South Africans
go.
and 1 pale Irishman.
Yes. I like those predictions, dude. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah.
Stormers, Bulls, Leinster Scarlets, Sharks Munster. That's our predictions for the URC quarterfinals.
So you can put a big graphic up and say 3 South African sides versus 1.
Yes. South Africa
Use your words.
My head is banging. South Africa versus the world.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Also, I have an idea that I wanted to swing past you. Since we've started filming Game Time, a lot of people have been coming up to me, especially in Durbanville. Durbanville loves you, by the way. Shout out Durbanville. And they drink like fish, okay? Someone was saying, what could be cool for us to do is open up the third chair to a fan, like a rugby fan, and segment into the episode that we sit with the rugby fan and they get to give their opinions, takes on rugby.
I think we can bring in a segment.
Yeah, that people like bring a fan in, a rugby fan, comes in, sits with us, talks for 5 to 10 minutes, and we just start.
Get out of here.
And get out of here. Yeah, I think we should do it.
Okay.
That could be fun.
It could be fun now.
Yeah, let's see what everyone else thinks. Let's see
Yeah.
what the people think about doing that. We'll clip this out, put it out, and maybe people have to submit
Yeah.
like an opinion or a take or a bet, something,
Yeah.
and
Something
we pick
interesting.
off of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Also, you have to be Cape Town based.
You have to-
We
yes.
don't have budget yet to fly in.
No, we're not flying you. There's enough people in Cape Town with enough opinions for us to not need to fly someone here yet.
And also, you can't be a New Zealand supporter.
No.
You can if you want to.
No. Yeah, it's gonna be an argument the whole episode then. Yeah. You're gonna come with logic, I'm gonna come with my feelings.
Yeah. And we only have 10 minutes to talk, so we don't have the whole day.
Exactly. We can't name every accolade that South Africa has in 10 minutes. It's just gonna take too long.
Take 2 days.
So we'll just leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just leave it for now. But I'm happy to do that. I'd really like I think it's because I've been trying to like where fans and players meet, right, is the whole purpose of the show. And so I think what's going to be crucial for us is how do we find ways to interact with fans of rugby?
I think it'll be great. And also, I think we must maybe also ask the fans if they're keen on live shows. So yeah, let us know if you guys are keen on us, the 2 of us, and our beautiful chats to come and talk in front of a live audience.
Let's do it. I'm very keen to do that. What we should do is we should bring in an opener. So someone, whether it's a stand-up comedian, whether it's someone talking, whether it's another show that want to work in collaboration with us on doing something live, and then a surprise guest.
Yeah.
That would be dope. So if we do a live show in Cape Town, surprise guest from Cape Town. Do a live show in Durban, surprise guest from Durbs. And that person can then represent the rugby fans from that place. I think that could be pretty cool.
Could be very cool.
So let us know. Live shows would be a lot of fun. I'm super keen on doing live shows. Crowd can throw questions. It needs to feel like one giant conversation. I think that would be a lot of fun. Try to somehow find a way to have rolling mic for the crowd. People submit a question and kind of run from there. It's going to be a lot of questions about your career.
It's fine.
Yeah, which is going to be a jolt. It's going to be nice to hear you talk about all the memories and
And then a massive after party.
Yes.
A
Brought to you
tailgate.
by Bomb Squad.
And tailgate.
And tailgating. That's what we should tell people to do. Tailgate our live shows.
Yeah.
That would be insane. Yeah, we need to arrive and there's just braai
There's
everywhere.
just cars everywhere.
Everywhere.
We do it here at Kirstenbosch Gardens. But we allow everyone to drive in and just come pull their cars up and then
That
just
could
listen
work.
to us talk.
Or we
about
do Hamilton's Rugby Club and we just do the live episode in Hamilton's Rugby Club.
Yeah.
So everyone braais and plays ruggers and does whatever.
Yeah.
And then head inside, everyone grab a dop, and we just sit and talk cock with everyone.
Exactly.
Like this. We'll bring our chairs.
We bring our chairs.
Yeah. Lekker guys, thank you so much for tuning into Game Time this week again. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Please keep supporting the channel. You see all the Storytime episodes there as well as all the Game Time episodes. And let us know on the fans segment, bringing different fans into studio to have a 5 to 10 minute conversation about your opinions, your takes, your bets, your picks on what's happening in rugby around the world, as well as let us know about live shows. It's something that we really want to start diving into and really take on the statement of where fans and players meet. At the end of the day, fan of rugby, professional rugby player, fan of rugby. And we'd love to get to meet you guys and get everyone else's takes as well in person and just talk about a kak with everyone. So once again, thank you guys so much. Good to see you. Thank you for being here.
Peace.
And thank you guys. We have a live audience today. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you guys. Thank you, Doug. Lekker. Let's go drink. Get rid of my bubble ass. Yes.